Check, check. There's me. I don't see audio on you guys. And it's probably because I'm going through my headset? I don't know. So, hold on. We're just having a couple technical difficulties here for a second. I'm going to put it in chat. Can people hear us? And no, this will be totally on my side. 1 second.
Bop, bop, bop.
Okay, now
it makes
it's
it almost like theater because it's live.
Okay, it should be going now, but it means I
Okay.
have to mute myself because now you're going to echo through my microphone. This is
All right.
Uh-oh.
So, I don't know if you heard me initially or not, but hello and welcome again to the next level. We have some quick announcements, mostly Happy Easter. And yes, I believe Will wanted to, give a shout out. Yes. I'm going to skip over a lot of the usual recap stuff. We've done that for a lot of the episodes. There's recaps online. I want to get right into the adventure tonight. We're not going to do Jacob's startup session role because we're going to keep his role from last week. We didn't really get to use that. We're also not really going to be doing a call out for and ask for this particular game, mostly because what I'm hoping to do is have you guys play along a little bit and have some guesses, because I'm going to be throwing out hopefully little bits of Easter eggs on maybe the characters, maybe a little bit of what's coming up in the campaign. So some of them might be pretty obscure, some of them might not be. We'll see how things work out. Okay, so just to get right into the adventure of things, as a recap, you did go into a dome, you fought a bunch of things, there's a big bad in the middle, and as we left off last time, Alphonse, Gildy's long-lost husband, had been found, not only found, but helped you out significantly by healing much of the group with his first sort of action and becoming part of things. And we shall pick it up there with actually still slightly outside of the sort of initiative order. We're going to keep initiative from last week. I've got it all written down. Anybody, actually not necessarily anybody, who potentially might have seen this? Nope. Well, Talon and Mint and Leon. If the three of you can give me perception checks.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm just going to check your passive perceptions. They're not bad.
Ooh, I did notice a thing.
I got a 5.
Me too.
I got a 14.
All right.
Yay.
So the 14 is sort of good enough, especially since you were in some way sort of focused on some of the wizards and you just put up your sort of obscuring area. There is one wizard that you sort of can see very vaguely. So this guy over here, I'm going to ping him because I don't know if you can. Oh, right, have to be on. There we go. I'm going to ping him. What you notice is fire that seems to come out of nowhere and hit that wizard. That's
All right.
something that happens while you're just sort of in the middle of everything else. You happen to notice that going off. All right, so back into the action. We have a bunch of warriors who are still up warrior-wise. Nobody, you guys are really fighting. There's a couple that are asleep, a couple that are guarding the wizards. Sleep, guarding wizards. And okay, I'll roll for him. Okay, and where's the other one? Oh, he's not doing anything yet. All right, that's pretty much their turn. So Torok, you are raging. You can teleport around. What would you like to do?
So at this point, Rob, how are you doing? Health, hit points wise? Yeah. How's Jacob
I'm
doing?
full, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been saving everyone else's butt.
Yeah.
And how's Talon doing?
Talon has 10 hit points left.
Okay, I'm going to
24.
teleport to Talon and give him a berry.
Ooh.
Okay.
You'll regret this later. What?
Well, I'll thank you now.
I'm feeling remarkably lonely in my neck of the woods now.
Oh.
Yes, okay. I was like, don't some of your berries heal? But no, they don't quite.
Well, one of them does.
Yeah, but it has to be during a rest.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Hold on. Did I misread that one? Oh, when short
Yeah.
resting. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I got the 20 temporary hit points.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. So you were given a berry by Talon. Up to you whether you want to eat it. Are you going to tell? Sorry, Torok gave Talon a berry. Are you going to
Yeah.
tell Talon anything about this?
Yes. It'll make you feel better now, but later it might get a little rough.
I'll take it. Already feeling
Alright.
rough now. Thank you.
We'll sort of say just out of turn that you pop it in your mouth. Instantly, you feel just like rejuvenated and like, whoa, like it's this is a bit of a high. You gain 20 temporary hit points.
So 14 will bring to my max. Does it bring me above my max? Or is
Yes,
it too much?
temporary hit points go above your max.
Just want to confirm. Cool.
So you have 10 normal hit points and 20 temporary hit points. Does that make sense?
10 normal and 10 not? Why 10?
No,
No,
10
20.
normal and 20 not, sorry. And 20 temporary.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, yes. Sorry, yes.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So things come off of your temporary first, then you go back to regular.
Gotcha.
Okay. Anything else you're doing, Torok?
I think that I did my move. I did that. I'll keep the rage going because teleport's useful. So no.
Yeah, so technically if you teleported there, you still have a full move because the teleport is a bonus action.
Hold on. Let me scroll over to that side of the board. Pan view. So I could try to, you know what? I could actually try to inspire one of the enslaved individuals.
Yeah, that could work.
Okay, so
I would give them I would instantly have that pop them out, given how your inspiration works.
okay, so I will move to the one of the more ones that look more robust, is closest to me.
That would probably be the guard that you were sent there to free, who's the one with in red with the little blue dot. I will ping him. He is relatively close to you.
So it's 15, 20, 25. Yeah, I can just get there.
Yep.
And
yep, you use your inspiration on him, and that pops him out. He is available to fight. I will not give him a yellow dot because he already has a blue dot. That's good enough. Okay, next is Gildy.
Yeah, so Alphonse is out of his state, fugue, whatever. So Guilty's really excited about this and happy to have her husband back, but also there is a fight to be had.
Yes.
And so I think that this dude here is still kind of zombie, right? The one right next to me?
Yep.
Okay. So I am, I'm going to whack him with the staff.
Okay.
Like I did with Alphonse.
That gives him advantage. Wow. Well, he has a lump on his head and he's still not out of it.
Oh.
Okay.
I rolled 2 5s. So he just sort of continues on past you, walking by.
Okay. I guess that's it for my
you could
turn.
move.
I don't see any. I could move. I don't think I need to move right now, so I'm going to stay still.
All right. Leon.
Okay. So I am going to cast Mage Hand right here. Wait, no.
Okay.
I need the selector thing. Mage Hand here.
Okay.
I'm going to have it so that it's aimed kind of over in this direction.
Okay.
I am then going to move. Is this dude, he's free, right?
Yep.
So I can move through him, no problem?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to move so that I end up here. But on the way by, I will hand off the bullseye lantern
Rod. Yep.
wand,
Yep.
rod, which is still on. I just stuck it in the bag of holding.
Yep.
So it's now being held in my mage hand, pointed over in this direction.
In that direction. Yeah. All
Yep.
right. And let me just give a quick measure, roughly 60 feet.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a 60-foot cone.
Yep. I'm going to reveal some more stuff once I sort of get a sense for where that is. Okay. Reveal. So roughly there.
Okay.
And yeah, that gives 1, 2. It's a cone, 1, 2. I'm going to say those 2, and I'm going to say 4 of them. They'll all eventually sort of move through it, but I'll give 4 of them immediate rolls. Wow, only 1 made it. All right.
You guys just don't want to wake up.
Yep.
And then as my bonus action, then I'm going to move the dust devil, so the big dust cloud, forward 15 feet.
Forward 16 feet.
15.
15 feet.
Yeah, so to basically to here. So at the front end of it is here.
Why can I not select it? Okay, let's try zooming in a little bit. There we go. So about there.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Is that everything?
Yeah. So basically my hope is that with the mage hand is that whoever's on the other side of my fog like cloud is going to think that I'm there holding that, so that now I can move around freely while they're like, oh, she is clearly right there.
Sounds good. Jacob, you are all alone on the side.
Oh.
Yeah, so I've seen everyone kind of run away and teleport away, so make my way over there.
Sure.
I'm going to head over, get a little bit of cover behind this tree.
Yep.
And I believe, where's my ruler? Okay. I'm going to do a pull out the Rubik's Cube and do a fire bolt at that dude.
Yeah, he's well within range. Definitely hit. Yep.
Nice.
And damage. One of the cinders, kind of. Oh,
Yep.
his cloak is so on fire right now.
Yep. Yep. He is looking very hurt, but probably not because of that.
Oh.
All right. So you've moved, you attacked. Any bonus actions? Anything else? Okay. Talon, you now have a shield in front of you in the form of Leon, but I'm assuming you.
I'm really not a great shield.
I use my shield and I charge at the big bat. No.
No.
All right. I think. Can I move the globe as a? Is that a move action? Is that just a free action?
Let me double check. Drift globe. Yeah. No, 1 moment. The drift globe. If you move more than 60 feet from the hovering globe, it follows you until it is within 60 feet of you, but I think you're still
Well, I'm
within
definitely within 60 feet.
Yep.
Yeah, like that's. I just don't know if it makes sense to move it like kind of from the center here to like here, so I can still encapsulate these guys. But you can't see with my mouse. You can just see that. You know, these guys. Like click, do the little boinky thing. Like I want to move it kind of like here-ish.
Yeah, I'll say you can
so
move
I can
it as a
get
bonus action.
from this guy to somewhere on these guys.
All right. Yeah, you can move it as a bonus action. So like there. Is that what you're thinking?
Yep, that works.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. So yeah, you still have your regular action and movement.
All right. So feeling invigorated thanks to this delicious berry that Tor gives me. Now the dust cloud moved from where I am. It's 60 or 55 feet to there.
Yeah.
So if I don't take an action, I just move twice.
Yep.
But
you can also use a key point to dash if you do want to take an action.
I've only got one key point left, so I'm kind of saving it just in case.
All right.
So if I want to move to be basically in front of the big bad guy, like here, it would be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Yeah, so if I use double my movement points,
yeah,
I will just plot myself here.
Okay.
And I will regret that later, but for now I'm feeling strong.
Yeah. Definitely once you get to that point, I'll reveal some stuff in a moment, but you can see the globe of sort of, pure darkness.
Mm-hmm.
It sort of has a bit of sort of an aura of, and sort of a bit of sort of the smoke sort of coming off around it, but you can tell sort of where the actual orb is. And it's not necessarily sort of giving off lines of anything, but you get a definite sense that this globe is what is empowering this whole area.
Okay.
There's like a bit of a sense coming off of it of just, you're a little too close to like a power line or something. There's that sense of, there's something here. All right, yes, and I need to reveal some more areas because you have 60-foot dark vision. I'm just going to do this roughly for a sec. Let's give it a measurement. 260 is there. Okay. Can you see those? That could be important. Yes, you can. Good to know. So the other thing that you notice are
spoons, giant spoons.
I was thinking they were shoes, but yes, I think you're right. They are spoons.
Portals. They look like portals. They're sort of round, rough, tears in reality. And through them, you can see another place, essentially. And actually, give me a perception check just to see sort of how much of this you can see.
All right. 18.
Pretty good. All right. So you definitely get the sense that even through sort of both of these, what you're seeing is the interior of another sort of dome like this one.
Okay.
And currently, it doesn't seem like anybody on the other side of that portal has noticed what's going on here. So, yeah.
All right.
All right. That was your double move. So then you are done.
Yeah, I'm not gonna use a key point to dodge. I'm just gonna take a chance that.
All right.
I won't die.
Maybe he'll roll low. Okay.
Hey, Rob.
Yep.
Before we move on, can you just put a marker where the mage hand is? Because I need to stay within 30 feet of it.
Yeah. Let me just find a really quick. Nope, not what I wanted to do. Oh, there it is. Come on, let's find something that I can put in here that, hey, that looks kind of like a hand.
Cool. And it's right.
I'm just gonna see if I can, nope. Yeah.
Is it
Big
that
squid-like
squid-like
monster
creature?
thing is the mage hand, yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
It was the quickest thing I could find, or the best thing I could find quick, I suppose.
Just call me Squid Hands.
Great.
All right. All right. Yep. Yep. Okay. Right. Okay. All right. Just making sure I know what's going on here. All right. We're not to the end of the round yet, so it is the Wizards' go. Well, you firebolted him. He's got roughly line of sight on you. That guy is going to do what he's been trying to do actually for a few rounds now, and fire magic missile at Jacob, because Jacob seems to have been very much helping everybody. And that is 6 plus 3 is 9 points of magic missile damage to Jacob. And I will mark that off there. Spells. So, all right. My sheets are getting mixed up. Yay. Those two wizards. Well, Talon has just popped right in close to them.
Spread that.
Yeah. Can I see anybody else? No, they're actually, one of them isn't too worried about you. He's going to fire at Jacob. Ooh, that's a firebolt. It's going to hit a 20. I'm assuming that hits. For a d10 worth
That
of
does hit.
damage. 1 damage. So there you go. There's your reciprocal.
Back at me.
And the other
He's on
one,
fire.
yeah, the other one is going to attack Talon. That's a 14.
Yes, does not hit.
All right. All right. Good for them. And now the big bad goes. Okay. And Talon is standing right in front of him.
But it looks
It
like
was
he's
nice
facing
knowing you,
away.
Talon. Good fight.
What was that?
Looks like he's facing away.
Oh, that's true. He was the one guy I forgot to turn around. He was sort of roughly watching what was going on. So let's put him like that. All right. He's not going to do that, but he's going to do that.
Okay.
All right. This is probably going to hurt. So he is going to try and bite and claw at you with his
one. Roll one.
royal shadow claws and bites things. There's a decent chance he won't hit if he rolls low. Wow, you are so lucky.
Ooh.
Okay. So 2 of those were 12 or less. The third one was a 20.
Definitely hits.
All right, so one of the claws hits you for 7 points of damage.
Okay.
And that is slashing damage. Ooh, give me a wisdom saving throw. As these claws sort of, shadowy claws sort of tear across you.
Uh-huh.
You are frightened of the creature.
Classic.
And you will be until the end of your next turn.
Uh-oh.
All right.
You can still attack it, you just can't get closer to it. And you will have disadvantage to attack it.
Okay.
Mint.
Yay, my turn. So much has happened. Okay. I am still behind a tree. There aren't really any enemies around. Torok's teleporting all over the place.
But you move really fast right now.
I do.
Where is it?
It was 7 damage, right?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Okay,
Yeah.
so that is
I am right up there. I am concerned for Talon, who's run pretty far away, but I'm not sure I can see him from where I am.
No, there's a good field of obscurity between you and him.
There is. So
But you did see where he was. You did see sort of where he went to roughly. So you can sort of move over to try and see where he is. You can move, up and across. You've got lots of movement to play with.
Because of where he moved the globe to, is that the yellow?
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah,
So I can-
yellow is the circle of light for the globe.
So I can see into the yellow light, but I don't think I'd be able to see beyond it at this point.
Probably not. 60-foot dark vision.
Well, but also the circle of green is completely obscured.
Yeah. So I really wouldn't be able to see where the heck Talon made off to from here.
No, you'd have to move.
So the most likely thing I think my character would probably do is move up to where both Leon and Jacob are.
Okay.
And basically try and create that kind of fortifying line of defense with all of us grouped together and see if there's any targets from this vantage that I might be able to see and hit.
You can definitely see.
But this one guy here in front of me, he's asleep, right?
Yeah, all the 3 warriors in
Yeah.
in this area.
So he's not a threat.
But there's these guys down here that have been
Yeah.
assisting us.
Yeah, I couldn't remember they were asleep, so that's why I didn't move the globe away from them. I'll do
Just
that next
gonna
time.
do a quick line. Well,
They look like they're in range.
yeah.
I mean,
So
the,
you can see the 3 wizards. 2
excuse
of them are relatively clear. The third one is slightly obscured by the obscuration area, but not that much. You might have a bit of a increase to his AC, something like that. But if you wanted to hit them with something,
yeah. So I think what I'm probably going to do is aim for this one here. I don't know if that pinged.
I
No.
didn't see anything. This one is fairly quite wounded. Oh, yeah,
Which one is wounded?
that one?
That one. Well, I might as well finish him off. He looks like he could fling magic pretty far.
All right.
All right. So I will aim for him. That makes perfect sense.
All right.
Boop. And total of 20.
You hit.
Brilliant. So
He goes down.
Oh, he went down?
Yeah.
Let me
was
guess,
really
if I
hoping-
rolled anything other than a 1 on my hit.
I mean, in my head, I was saying, don't roll a 1, don't roll a 1, don't roll a 1. Oh, all right. So he is gone.
Yeah.
Yep, he is down.
All right, cool.
Woohoo.
All right. You can move a whole bunch more if you wanted to. If you wanted to try and see where Talon was or what else is going on.
Yeah, I potentially could move forward and back, or no?
Oh yeah, you can move anywhere around. You've only moved like 5, 10, 15, 20,
Yeah.
25 feet so far. So you've got 35 feet of movement left.
All right, awesome. So I'm going to, because I know the rest of our allies are to the left of Mint, she's going to dash out towards where they are just to try and get a looky-loo of where everybody
Yeah.
is.
All right.
So I'm going to have her run out. Basically, I'm going to have her run out to here just to kind of make base with Torok, and then from here, I'm guessing she can see Talon.
Yeah, she can see Talon from there.
Okay. So also, I've met up with Torok. So hey, buddy.
Yep. And you also are in a decent position if you wanted to try and wake up any of the commoners or that sort of thing.
Oh yeah, I guess so.
Right.
You have options.
I have options
Plus-
from here.
Torok asks, you can see Talon?
Yeah, I can make out Talon.
That's right.
He's plodded on ahead of us, and it looks like he's in trouble.
And I believe Mint is below Torok's weight to carry that affects his movement, right?
Oh, most likely, yes.
Yeah.
I don't weigh a lot.
So there is a beam of light that you guys are in, bright light, that stretches to there, and then is
Yeah.
basically 30 feet in either to either side at the end. So
Okay.
you guys are in a beam of bright light.
But that doesn't hit Talon? Or does it?
No.
I don't
If it's
think
done
so.
30 feet on either side, it doesn't quite reach Talon.
Yeah.
Ooh, and the guard. The guard has woken up. Yeah, sort of, snaps out of things, looks over at the, large dragonborn next to him. It's like, holy, what's, and he actually seems, well, let's see, actually give him a roll. Oh, wow. He instantly knows exactly what's going on. He is well aware of everything. And he's just going to go and try and wake up more people. Yay!
Big dragonborn beside me. He's not trying to hurt me. That must mean he's on my side.
Yeah, so he managed to wake up another commoner. Although I will mention that these two up here both attempted to wake up the guy they were next to and both failed.
All right.
Yeah, their turn did not go so well. This guy's awake. He's going to run the hell away. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, he's probably going to head slightly in that direction. And I'll move this guy about the same time since he just woke up. 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, those guys are sort of like running off into the shadows. It definitely seems like some of these guys are much more willing to stand and fight than others. Yeah.
I was actually wondering about the finishing off my move action.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Because I know I had been talking to Talon. Talking to Torok, and he asked where Talon was. And the only way I could think of to point out to him where he is to start moving towards him.
Sure.
So I thought if I finish off my move with just going towards Talon.
Yeah.
Do you remember how many feet I have left, though?
Let's say 5.
All right, just 5. So I'm only going to be there, but
yeah,
at least it's moving towards him.
Thank you.
All right. And we are, oh, nope, that's going to happen. Right. Give me a moment. I need to find something. I didn't think I would need it, but apparently I do. Okay. All right, I put them at the bottom. Oh. Way down here. Okay. Give me half a moment. I need to check something really quick.
When the DM consults the rules, you know it's scary.
Yes.
We're all doomed, guys.
Oh, it's fine. He's looking up how much he gets to heal us with the next action he's about to take.
Oh,
exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's all about,
Pretty obvious.
all about the healing.
Is it a +4 or a +5 bonus we all get to hit?
It's the GM's Gentle Companion book. I didn't see it being picked
Yes.
up. The cuddly GM's guide? I don't know.
Right. Okay. Yeah, no, I think we'll do. Nope. No, that seems fine. All right. Talon.
Yeah.
You feel something.
Uh-oh.
And you look down to notice that there's a little white fluffy bunny rubbing against your leg.
Oh, little bunny.
Awkward.
And then it hops away, probably sort of into this nice obscured area here. But before it does go away, you feel a little different, or it's not even really a feeling. You just, something changed when that bunny rubbed up against you. And well, your passive perception is 14. It's pretty good. You're fairly certain you're invisible.
Oh,
So, Mint,
right.
you see Talon disappear after the bunny sort of rubs up against him. Actually, give
What's
me a
my passive perception?
give your passive perception is where's Mint? 12. So yeah, give me an actual roll because you're looking at him. You're sort of trying to keep Talon in view. We'll see if you see the bunny at all.
Okay, I'll give that a roll.
Hmm.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
18. All
Yeah.
right.
you see the bunny, and you see Talon disappear.
That's how Talon feel. No.
Lick the bunny. Lick the bunny.
Lick the bunny.
It's a combat bunny.
Am I the only one who noticed that apart from Talon, or
Yep, pretty much. Gildy might be within range to have seen that. I'm gonna say probably not. She is just the edge of her dark vision, and she's sort of slightly concentrated on other things.
Yeah, I'm definitely facing away from that. I don't think I would have been paying attention at all.
okay?
Yeah. All right.
So I'm basically thinking that what kind of happens is Mint is like mid-stride heading towards Talon and stops dead because where'd he go?
Talon teleported away? I don't know.
Well, I know that Torok can teleport because he's been zipping all over the place, and I don't know where Talon went.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
Talon's popped off somewhere.
All right. Alphonse, seeing that sort of everybody seems to be decent shape, but he's like, just let me know if anybody else needs healing. He's pretty much talking directly to Gildy at this point.
Mhm.
You sort of know what's going on more better than he does. Like, I'm going to try something. Let me know if anybody else needs healing. And he casts another spell. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to put a little marker on the board. 5 feet. So it's just 5 feet. Draw shapes. We want this one to be, how about that? He's going to put it right about, there. So right on top of the big bad,
Mhm.
a moonbeam appears.
Ooh.
Pretty.
Shining down from nowhere in particular.
Ooh, it's the villain spot.
Yes,
Yes.
a silvery beam of pale light shines down in a 5 foot radius on a 40 foot, 5 foot radius. Okay, that's a little different. I don't know if I can change that now. I think I'm gonna delete. Okay, no, pardon me. I need to zoom in to actually see these things and get rid of them. Delete that one. All right, so 5 foot radius. That's a little bit different. We're using that color. So, yeah, pretty much. Oops. Again with the drawing. All right, well, let's. There we go. All right. So pretty much right on top of, yes, the villain, there's a moonbeam. Dim light fills the cylinder. It is engulfed in ghostly flames that cause pain. Okay. I will remember that for its turn because it doesn't take damage right away.
And this is a 40-foot tall column of light.
Yep, pale light.
Cool. So then Jacob and I can see it over top of the dust cloud.
That is true.
Oh.
And it also means Torok has a rough sort of line of sight to this pale light in the distance as well. All right, that is Alphonse's turn. He is going to move a little bit. Where is he? He's right here. Yeah, he's going to try and center himself a little bit more in just sort of the group of sort of heroes and move up sort of closer to where Leon is, assuming that Gildy will either follow him or do her own thing. She's always been very independent, so. All right. Oh, that's going to hurt.
Oh no.
And but it's going to be him. He's not that bright. Okay. This guard over here is thinking maybe I should help out my friends. He's going to move up 5, 15, 20, 25. He can't quite move there, but he's got to sort of get into position here, assuming that Gildy will come to him or that he'll get to, not Gildy, Mint next turn. And these guys are protecting the wizards. They're not going to go anywhere. They're waiting for the people to get close, potentially. Torok, your turn.
Okay, so I can see the glowing. I don't know what happened to Talon, but I can attack the guy who just made a run at Mint.
Yep.
So I will teleport. Then I can teleport right here.
Mm-hmm.
And I will take a swing with the axe.
Okay. Two-handed or one-handed?
Two-handed.
Nice. Oh. Actually 10. How close is that to hitting? They don't have a great AC, but it is higher than that. It is, yeah. Okay.
Right.
All right, so yeah, miss with the axe. You still have movement if you wanted to move. As a potential note for later, you can easily move into someone's space. Teleporting out from the space next to somebody does not provoke an attack opportunity, so that could be an easy way
do
to
that
get out.
next time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I will stay where I am.
Okay.
Because then Mint can move into a advantage position, yes.
Yeah. All right, Gildy.
Yeah, so on seeing Alphonse kind of move away, Gildy is just kind of like, yep, we gotta, do what needs to be done. And so she doesn't really care too much that he's gone away. She's focused on her task at hand, which is trying to wake up this guy in front of her who is being obstinate. So she takes the staff again and she's like, come on, you asshole. And she hits him with it again.
Oh, nice.
You think you hit him maybe just a little too hard.
Oh, no.
I'm gonna put an X on him. He's not really dead, but he's down for the count. The only reason I'm doing that is because he does take a little bit of damage when you hit him, and for his save this time, I rolled 2 1s, so I just needed some bad effect to happen.
The beatings will continue until morale improves.
Yeah, so Gildy sees him fall, presumably unconscious, and she's just like, ugh.
Gildy, the bad guys are this way.
He's no longer actively helping the enemy.
Yeah, well,
that's good.
That's good. I don't know what sort of I've taken my action, but can I take a moment to make sure he's not dead because I didn't intend to kill him?
Give me a medicine check.
Okay. Ooh, I'm good at those.
Oh. Yeah, with the 25, you stabilize him. He's fine.
Excellent.
You don't even need to, you just sort of go down and check, and he's like, yeah, okay, he's just okay.
Yeah.
I don't really need to do much. I just hit him a little too hard, and he's out cold at the moment, so.
Yeah.
All right.
I am going to give up on him, though, and let him rest after hitting him maybe a little bit too hard.
Yep.
So I'd like to move. I'm just trying to figure out where to move to.
And pardon me, I realized the commoner should have moved a little bit sort of last time. So I'm just going to be adjusting them slightly. Yeah, so roughly like that.
Okay. And on the map for us,
Yep.
all the guys in the red shirts and the guys in the green shirts, they're like the same, right? They're all
Yes.
just commoners who, okay.
Yes. They
So-
are differentiated for my purposes.
For your purposes that
yep.
we are not aware of.
Yes.
Okay. So I guess the next person that Gildy sees who is not yet awake, she does see that this guy is being helped by those two, so she's kind of...
They're being very, very pathetic at their job, but they are trying
Yeah.
to help him.
She's not paying enough attention to tell how good of a job they're doing. She just can tell that they're trying.
Yeah.
So she is going to move to
Yep.
the next person in her line of sight,
Yep.
which is here.
Sounds good.
And
All right.
All right.
You have a halfling next to you.
I do. Okay. I think then I'm going to move. I'm going to move my mage hand.
Okay. Over there.
Yeah. I think I'll move my mage hand to there.
Here, I'm just gonna put it there, but yeah, how's that sound?
Yeah, that's good. This is exactly within 30 feet of me.
Yep.
And then I'm going to move to here.
Okay.
And basically it's going to be shining like in this direction.
All right.
So it's now shining straight down, catching these guys, catching the big bad guy.
Nice.
And then I will,
They all seem to be reacting to it, including the big bad guy.
I will move myself.
All right.
And then I'm also going to move the fog cloud 10 feet to the left. So it's actually, no, wait, if I do that, I'm going to be blocking. So I will move it here. So it, you know what I mean?
Oh, whoops, I'm moving the wrong thing. Come on, why can I never select this thing? There we go. So like there?
Yes, but give me 1 second because I might actually, that's 35, that's 30. Yeah, but then actually, sorry, I'm going to end up there.
All right, so you're just at the edge of it.
Yep, because I don't really feel like being seen by anyone.
Sounds good. Anything else?
No, because that was I moved the hand bonus action to move the obscuring cloud.
All right, Jacob. There's an obscuring cloud in between you and the rest of the wizards now. Yeah. Yep. You can. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, it is magical. It has something to do with shadows. But with the sort of everything else going on around you, you don't get, the greatest look at it, and you're just like, there's something there. It's powerful, it's magical, but I can't tell much more than that. Nice. All right. Yeah, that hits. All right. He has taken down.
Stop rolling ones.
Why
All right.
1 point of damage? Why?
Okay.
Did you
Is
move
that
full movement? Did Jacob move his full movement?
No, I can move 5 feet more.
Okay. Well, just because you can remember, you can move and then attack and then finish your movement.
Yeah.
So you can always keep that the obscuring circle. You can pop out from it, shoot, and then go back behind it.
Ah. So I can pop back over here. Oh no, I only have 5 feet, so I have to go here.
Yeah, but you can be sort of mostly obscured from the other wizards, that sort of thing. So yeah,
Sure.
that works. Okay. Talon, you are invisible.
All right.
Give me an Arcana check.
Talon feels a little weird about being invisible. Not bad weird, just this is weird weird. All right. Oh, that feels so much. I'll do that as my Arcana. 6. Isn't that great?
All right, you're invisible.
I'm invisible. Yep.
You for game purposes, you know this will give you sort of advantage on attacks to hit a foe.
Yes. And as a player, I know that I will lose my invisibility once I do that.
Yeah.
But
But you'll have 1 round of advantage.
it's true. Okay, the first thing I want to do is move the globe so that it encapsulates, hopefully, those wizardy dudes all the way through to the big ball of shadowy globiness.
So like here.
Perfect.
Okay.
The people who, I mean, I guess I shouldn't act like this because I know it, but
Yeah.
all right, Talon. Yeah, Talon doesn't. Well, I mean, he's a magic guy to a degree. He might know.
Yeah, but in the heat of battle right now,
Yeah,
you're just like,
no, he's not really thinking clearly. Okay,
Yeah.
he is going to try to move. Oh no, because I want to get all my. Yeah, because I can get advantage on both of my flurry of blows if I just do 2 full round attack.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're just going to punch the crap out of him.
now you did move the globe, which we were saying was a bonus action.
Well, so I was asking you if that's like kind of a bonus action or how that counts.
I believe we had established as a bonus action.
Find that out somewhere. Okay.
I don't.
So,
Yeah,
so if I move the globe, I can't do a full flurry of blows then?
that would be correct.
Okay. All right.
But you're
Well,
definitely getting these guys captured in as much light as possible, which is a good thing.
well, yeah, that's, I mean, yeah, and I'm going to take that. So yeah, then if that's the case, then I do want to move.
Yep.
And I'm just going to move myself basically behind bad dude. So here.
Nice. Yep.
And then punch him
All right.
yeah, punch him once.
Yep.
All right. 18.
That will hit. So yeah, you set yourself, you get ready. You do have advantage. You can see if you rolled. You did.
Oh, that's true. Yes.
But yeah, you can see if you roll a critical. You slam your fist into what you think is his back, although you sort of catch the sort of the cloak that sort of defines his figure, and you can sort of feel that, but he's sort of there and not there. That said, you connect fairly solidly, and you can roll damage.
All right. Seven damage.
All right. So this is okay. 7 damage.
Not a lot, but it's something.
Are still invisible.
Ooh. Well, that's cool.
And the wizards go.
Thanks, Bunny.
The wizards no longer really like this globe that's on them. They're going to actually directly attack it.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
One of them hits. All right, your drift globe has taken some damage.
I don't know what the hit points are on a drift globe.
Nope, I'm sort of improvising that. So,
Yep.
but it looks to be still fine for the moment.
Yep.
The big bad does not know where you are. He's going to make a perception check with disadvantage because reasons. However, that is still a 17. Wow. He seems to have some sense of where you are and is sort of looking around. He sort of turns back to roughly where you are and seems to be sort of trying to swipe in the air.
Okay.
That even with disadvantage hits. That was a 19.
Yeah, it hit. Yeah.
Holy crap.
I don't like holy crap.
What's your AC?
15.
All right. So apparently him having disadvantage did not do that much this particular round. You take a little bit of damage.
Well, I won't ask the question yet about do I remain invisible when I'm dead, but we'll get there.
All right, so that is 12 and
No and. Stop at the end.
oh,
Okay. So that question I was going to ask you before.
yes.
So when I'm down,
Yep.
which I am, am I still invisible?
If you had cast a spell, you wouldn't be.
Okay,
But you
then.
didn't. So you are.
Okay.
That makes finding you to heal you a little challenging.
A little bit.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, I'm also, I don't know, sort of safe, but not very helpful. All right.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I was not. Wow, he rolled really well with 3 rolls with disadvantage. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you do.
that sucks. The commoners. Oops. I want to zoom out, not zoom in. There we go. Okay, again, 2 attempts on that guy to wake him up. Finally, he wakes up. Yay. 2 attacks on that guy. We'll say that one hits. There we go. Now, these 2 guys have finally managed to deal with this guard over there. Other commoners, the guard is going to try and wake up the guy next to him unsuccessfully. He's just moving. All right. We'll move him there, 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 there. And the guard tried to wake that guy up. He's going to move here. Yeah, he'll be sort of following along. He's got next to those 2. Alphonse's turn. Oh no, the shadow guy. We passed his turn. He didn't take damage. He needs to take damage. So he fails his Constitution saving throw. So he takes 2d10 radiant damage. Another d10. Ooh, not bad. And takes 2d10 radiant damage. Yeah. All right. That's it for now. Anything else Alphonse is going to do? He sees you go down. It's going to be a long way to get to you. Actually, no, he doesn't see you go down because you're invisible.
I was gonna say, yeah.
All right. Mint, how hurt do you look?
I don't think I look that hurt. I mean, I'm at 10 hit points out of 25.
Yeah, that's good enough. He's gonna go heal you.
Yay.
And I'm going to see who's within 30 feet of him. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so you 3 will also get healing. All right, so he'll heal you a little bit for right. Sorry, I got confused there for a sec. 9 points of damage. So Mint gets 9. Jacob, Leon, and Torok all get 5.
Sweet, I'm at full.
All right. Oh, and I missed that turn.
For the record, my full is most of the rest of you at like, oh, I'm really hurt. So, you know.
What's your total?
15. So I feel great.
There we go. That's what will happen. All right. Oops, I need to select. Now let's just double check. Yeah. Okay, this is going to be plus a bunch. No, all right, or not. So 10 plus 14 is 24. Talon, you gain 24 hit points.
Oh, that was that. I like that bunny. All right.
Is it not letting me select you? There we go.
So I'm down -2, or am I at 0? How does this work?
So in 5th edition, you never go below 0. Once you hit 0, you are dead, and you start making death saving throws.
Okay.
So you're at 0, you gain the 24.
Cool.
Yay,
bunny! The best bunny ever.
Where did that guy go? Oh, right. He's next to Torok, the warrior. Going to attack Torok. Oh, no. Sorry. I missed Mint's turn. Mint, please go.
Hi. Okay. Well, I'm feeling pretty good now. So I was heading towards Talon, who had disappeared.
Still disappeared.
Still disappeared. Still don't know where he is.
Yep.
Last thing I saw was a bunny, but Torok's taken off without me.
Yep.
I'm right in front of you.
I know, but you've taken off without me. Are you fighting this guy?
Yes, I took a swing at him last round and missed.
All right, I'm gonna go on advantage.
Yep.
And I'm gonna swing at him with my sword.
Roll twice.
Swing.
Oh.
Ow.
Well,
Roll
I get to roll
again.
twice, though.
Yep. Oh.
Oh my goodness.
They both sucked. So 6 or an 8. Do either of those hit?
They do not, unfortunately. So yeah, you get behind him and you stab twice, or no, you stab once, sort of just, really what you think is well, but you just, he's
lithe this
he's
one.
shifty. He's just a little, yeah. Yeah, you think you're sort of trying to go for his leg, but he just adjusted the last minute. And, it's very annoying.
Yes.
Okay. So we've jumped a little bit through the initiative order, but now we're actually back to Torok.
Okay, so I am going to swing with my axe.
Yeah, you have
And
advantage.
I'm going to try the trick that Rob showed last time. So 19.
Okay, roll another one.
No, that is both. That's the roll 1d20, keep high.
Yeah, but you only rolled 1d20 keep high. You
Oh,
should roll
good. Should be
2d20
two.
keep high.
Duh. Okay.
You kept the highest one of 1.
I tried. I'll just do the same thing.
No, don't do the same thing. Do better.
All right.
Oh, we'll take the
So
19.
you definitely hit. Roll damage. Roll really well. Really well. You can do it. You can do it.
I believe in you.
10 damage.
He is very hurt.
Nice.
Yay.
Oh, sorry, that's 12 because I get a +2 for being enraging.
Yes, he is very dead.
Yes.
Oh,
Nice.
You whack him, you remember you're angry, you roar at him, and he falls over.
Pretty much. That's exactly what happens. All right. Yeah, next is actually, so now that he's dead, you can sort of move freely if you'd like.
And
Yeah.
You can also teleport around.
So what I'm probably going to do is, oops, used the wrong keyboard. So I've got 6 rounds of rage left. I think I'm going to move closer to the thing Talon was fighting.
Yep. If
Um,
you get to the other side of it, you'll be flanking it once Talon gets up.
Yes.
Yeah, why don't I do that? So with teleport, I can do that with
Yep.
the 2. So that's 10, 15, 20. And then, yeah, I can easily get here. That would do it.
You'd want to be over 1.
Here or here?
I can't see where you're pointing.
Oh, sorry, here?
Yes, there.
Okay.
Yeah. So pretty much as long as, especially since he's taking up 2 squares, as long as you're sort of on the 2 squares exactly opposite from where Talon is. If Talon were at the corner, then where you were would have been a move.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Yep. All right. So you are now flanking Gildy. You gonna try and wake up that guy?
Yes, I am. I'm going to whack him with the staff, and I would like to specify that Gildy is attempting to do non-lethal damage.
That's fair. Yeah, unfortunately, he does not wake up even with advantage. He was close, but not quite.
Well, that's frustrating. I also noticed that I'm right next to one of these black orbs.
Yes.
So I would like to, I don't know, investigate it, I guess,
Sure.
and
Yep.
try to see if I can figure out something about it.
So roll an investigate check. It's since you've already sort of taken an action, you're not sort of doing a full deep down investigate, but you're sort of, seeing what you can take in as quick as possible to sort of study this thing. 10. All right. What you notice sort of at a quick glance is that in many ways it sort of looks like a glass or a crystal ball almost. It's relatively large, about 1 foot in diameter, but you think if this is similar to what's at the center of the circle, that the sort of main composition of it doesn't actually look that particularly hardy. It's once it's filled with this darkness that it sort of takes on its slightly more ominous presence, and sort of right now, just with the shadows swirling around inside of it, it's like, I think that if I stood here and bashed this long enough, then I could probably break this open. So anything else?
No, I think that's it for now. I can't really, I'm too far away to see what everyone else is doing at the moment. So I'm going to stay right here.
All right. Leon.
Okay. So I'm going to move the obscuring dust cloud. Basically so that it moves down 5 and then left 2.
Down 5, left 2. All right.
Yeah, sorry. So down,
One,
sorry,
two.
down 1. Sorry, down 1,
Down
left 2.
1,
Yeah.
left.
I was talking in
2.
feet down and then
So
squares left.
that way?
Is that 2? That seems like it's 3.
Uh,
So 1 over.
eh? One back.
Yeah, one more back.
There?
There you go.
All right.
Okay, cool. And then I'm going to position myself here. And I'm going to murder a sleeping fellow here. He's going to wake up soon.
All right.
So,
Okay.
so my understanding is I get to attack him with advantage
Correct. And it is a automatic critical hit.
and do an automatic critical hit. That's
You
not
hit. You. Yep.
Good. That's excellent. I forgot how to do. Wait, it's the advanced dice roller. That's what I had actually wanted, was the advanced dice roller.
Yeah.
So I'm doing 2d6 plus 3. So he takes 10.
All right.
Nice.
For the sake of simplicity, you're fairly certain he is not going to get up ever.
Yay! And I was, wait, I'm trying to remember where I started. I think I started,
I think you were about here-ish.
I think I was here.
Yeah, you're more there.
All right.
15, 20. So I will just finish off here.
And the fairy fire does end this round. Now that we're getting to Jacob's turn.
What type of action is switching weapons?
Getting rid of a weapon is free. You can do whatever you want. You can drop it. You can stow it. Getting a new weapon out is considered sort of a full action.
No.
I thought you could draw a weapon as part of your movement.
Let me double check.
That's okay. If it's not, I'll do something boring. Like try to attack the bad guys, but
Come on.
How boring attacking the bad guys.
I know.
Yeah. All right. Special movement. Nope, not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for combat. All right.
Yeah, it's on page 190, interacting with objects. Here are a few examples of the sorts of things you can do in tandem with your movement and action. Draw or sheath a sword.
Well, mine's going to be a light crossbow. That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it
You
does
can
not
have
take an
two
action.
weapons.
Yeah.
You can have 2 weapons equipped at the start. I have both my crossbow and my rapier equipped, so if I
Yeah.
were to switch to a different weapon in my arsenal, I would have to put away one of those 2 and physically switch to that other weapon before I could use it. Usually you have a crossbow and a sword at the ready.
Okay. So for me in my hands, I have my Rubik's Cube and a shield.
Right.
So then you would have to stow one to bring out a third weapon, because you don't have a third arm, so that's how that applies.
And I think a light crossbow's two-handed, so I'd have to get rid of everything in my hands.
No, it's just one.
Yep.
Light is just
Oh
one.
no, it is two-handed, you're right.
I want a
It
hand
is two-handed.
crossbow, but I'm not rich enough yet.
All right. So yeah, essentially, taking out a weapon is essentially free. So yeah, you can do whatever you need to, and just get that ready and fire if that's what you want to do.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it doesn't matter if it's in your hand or not. If it's mattered if it's stowed in your pack or not. So as long as it's like on a holster or a sheath or something.
Okay, so it's at the right.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
so I'm going to come down here, draw my light crossbow out, and the other thing I'm going to do, I'm use my magical tinkering skills to
Okay.
take one of my bolts and give it a 5-foot light radius,
Nice.
but I won't be able to fire it this round
Sure. All right.
because the magical tinkering is an action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Cool.
That was Jacob. Talon, you are feeling a little bit better.
I'm feeling much better. Thank you, little bunny.
You are
He's-
fairly certain as you wake up with your head sort of lolling to one side, you see this slightly exasperated looking bunny.
If interacting with objects around me includes petting a bunny for a free action, I would pet the bunny.
Okay.
But I guess Town just kind of looks at the bunny, some kind of a smile that is sort of confident, but also still recovering.
Yep.
He is going to get up, and I know that costs half my movement.
Yep.
So I can't do a full round attack, but
Yes, you can.
I can.
Yep. You haven't used any of your actual attack action. It just used half your movement.
Oh, okay. Well, then I will flurry of blows the back of the big baddie guy.
You have advantage for
With
multiple
it.
reasons.
With advantage. All right. I gotta try this new little code thing. So roll 2d20, keep high plus 5. Is that how you write that down?
I can't actually see it when you've just written it, so.
I know. Well, I'll try it and see what happens. I don't think that's right.
No, I think you need the curly braces around the 2d20 keep high. You need the curly brackets.
Yeah.
All right, I'll try it later. All right. First roll is 15. Next roll is 21.
All right. That definitely hits.
So the first of the punches hits him. Hooray.
Yep.
For 7 damage.
Nice.
And the second punchy with advantage. 15 is a higher roll.
15 hits.
Oh, does it? Oh, nice.
Yep.
I did not think it was going to. For 4 damage.
All right. All right. Yeah, so that's your 2 attacks. You're not going to use a key point for a third.
No.
All right. He is starting to look a little bit hurt.
Okay.
All right. Next, Talon is the wizards. Yeah, they want to get rid of this light. They're attacking a drift globe again, and apparently are slightly cross-eyed. So,
Don't stare at the light.
yeah. Okay. Big Bad has several targets now. And how far away is Jacob? Yep, Jacob's 30, Mint is 35. Ooh,
What did I do?
50, 35. Okay. I need to see exactly how this works.
Uh-oh.
Oh. All right. He's going to do it. It's going to hurt his allies, but he's going to do it. Oh.
Not the bunny.
How smart is he? Oh, okay. That's good. Yeah. So, oh yeah, the bunny. Okay. So, pretty much everybody except Gildy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, everybody except Gildy can make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh,
Oh, because I'm really a dexterous character. Yeah, that's it.
I'm just going to go ahead and roll the damage.
Oh, come on.
Plus.
I rolled an 8.
Perfect 20.
Mint
Holy
rolled a-
crap.
Wow.
I rolled a total of
Oh, no.
23.
17 because the dice is a lie.
that's right.
Okay.
11.
The dice that rolled a 20 was Rob's.
Yeah, no, it was D's.
No, that was
It
mine.
Oh, it was D's, sorry.
Yeah.
I got a total of 5. I rolled a 2.
1 second. Wow. Oof. Okay, that's gonna be unfortunate.
Great.
Oh, and it's a good. Oh, so it's a complete. You take no damage if you make your save. So,
Sweet.
how many of you made a 16?
I did.
Two of you. Okay,
Ooh.
so everybody who didn't takes 15 points of necrotic damage.
Ow.
If I had failed that saving throw,
Oh,
I would
man.
be down.
Yep.
So 15, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I'm down to 4.
I've got 9.
I'm down to 4 also.
The guard you came here to save
Has left.
is currently down.
Is dead. You lose. Game over. Goodbye. Thank you, everyone. That was a great stream. We'll see you in season 2.
Would you like to reload at your last checkpoint? What?
Great.
So, to be clear, this is everybody within 60 feet, allies or not, had to make this save. I'm just checking something. Yeah. So, I'll finish up killing people in a second.
Appreciate the honesty.
Oh, sweet. Those guys are dead. Oh, awesome.
All of his allies failed,
Yeah.
Wow.
but
Okay.
oh, I didn't roll for the bunny.
Roll for the bunny.
All right.
Bunny, okay.
Bunny's agile.
But note the 4 commoners that are right next to him, they're fine.
Okay.
Even though they're still in a trance, they made a DC 16 saving throw.
All right.
Somehow. All right. And I'm just going to roll now. No, okay, good. And he gets to make his Constitution saving throw, which I believe he fails again. Yep. Oh, no, he just made it. So he takes half of 2d10 damage. Oh, 4, 2. As the moonbeam is still on top of him. Mint.
Okay, ow.
That was his big Uber attack.
That was really, really scary.
And just so everyone knows what you saw was shadow tentacles sort of lashing out in all directions at pretty much everybody and sort of, wrapping around them to sort of suck the life out of them for a moment.
All right. Does this, sorry, I missed it. Does Big Bad look stronger now or just
Nope.
the same? Okay.
No, just the same. He did not seem to gain any life from that.
Gotcha.
So the merchant and the fighter that's next to me went down, eh?
The commoner next to you, as well as the merchant's guard. Yeah.
Okay.
You could try and
Or
give him
any-
a medicine check to see if you can stabilize him, bring him back.
Yeah, I think I might want to give that a go.
Okay.
Craziness. Okay. What can I do for medicine? I don't think I get the proficiency, so it's just a straight up roll.
Yeah.
All right.
You're not having great luck with the dice tonight.
No, I am not. That's the second time I rolled that.
Yeah, you don't seem to make him worse, but you don't seem to help him out much either.
Dang it. So that would have been my action. Should I try moving anywhere from here?
You can do that. You moved 5 feet. I moved you just to get over to him.
Right. Wasn't I in between him and him? I thought I was here. So
Yeah.
can I have treated
I
him from
moved you
there?
5 feet. No, because it's this one you were trying to heal. He's
Oh,
the
it
one
was
who
dot.
save.
Oh, it was the one with the dot I tried to heal?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because that's the one we came here to rescue.
Oh,
It's not that you don't care about the rest of them, but he specifically you were coming here to rescue.
then in that case, since none of my other allies are really close to me right now, I think I'm going to stay here to protect him since he's prone.
All right. And
I could move fast, but it makes no sense.
All right. I'm gonna have some. Oh, well, that was very lucky. These commoners that were fighting that warrior in the corner come out and start waking up some more people who start running away. Do those 2 guys finally manage to wake up the guy in the corner? No. They're working really hard, but not doing much. And that's pretty much it. You're keeping him there. This guy's gonna move. Gonna move. Yeah, roughly like that. He's actually there. All right. We're back to the top of the round. Alphonse, seeing that you're trying to help this guy, is going to come over and actually just give him a simple cure. So he stands back up again. He doesn't actually stand up. He's barely surviving at the moment, but he's he's awake and he's alive. And on that bit of good news, we are just sitting about 9 o'clock now. So let's take a break for let's say about 5 minutes or so, and we will come back and see how things are going. And yeah, people can let me know if you've spotted any of the obvious or less obvious Easter eggs that have come up so far. And we'll see you in 5. Hello and welcome back to the next level. We will pick things up right where we left them off. I believe Alphonse had just healed the merchant card that you come to save, so we will move on to Torok's turn.
So I will attack the big bad. I have advantage over.
Yep.
Plus, oh, wrong screen.
And Gildy, you're on deck.
Oh, natural 20.
Nice.
So
All
that
right.
means I roll 2d12 plus 4.
Come on. You can do it. Ah,
22.
Shabby.
Oh, plus 2 more, so 24 damage.
That's right. Don't forget how angry you are.
That definitely hurt him. All right. And next, I'm assuming you're not going to move, Torok?
No.
All right. Is Gildy.
Yeah, I'm still gonna try whacking this guy with the stick. I'm having about as much success as those two with the other guy over here-ish. But
He wakes up.
oh, good. I was about to give up on him.
Like what? What? Oh, how? Hey, yeah. What's going on? Where am I? He's sort of slowly coming to. Seems like he will sort of eventually be okay. But all right. So I'll pick him up. Yep. And he actually sort of is a bit of a bigger guy. He seems like he's sort of potentially going to join the fight as well.
Okay. Well, I explained to him a bit of what's going on and kind of gesture towards where I know the main fighting is happening, but I can't really hear it and tell him like fighting's happening over there.
Yeah. All right. He's like, all right, I'll see what I can do. And he's like, got no weapons, but he sort of, seems like he's still willing to join the fight. Are you going to move?
No, I think I'm gonna spend some more time investigating these. Well, okay, I can hear fighting. So.
And there's still a big beam of light.
Yes.
Well, and they're surrounded by bright light as well from the drift globe.
That's true, actually.
Like that yellow circle is lit up.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah,
so
you could.
Since I know that there's fighting going on, I'm not gonna like spend my time doing something that can be saved for later. So I am going to move.
All right.
I'm a small person, so my movement is only 25.
Correct.
So 25. brings me to,
Yeah, about there.
yeah, here.
All right. Leon, are you going to continue your streak of murdering?
That is my plan. Well,
You're
how
getting
long?
into this adventuring thing, so.
How long? How long are these guys going to be out? It's only a couple more rounds, isn't it?
There's 5 more rounds on the sleep from my count.
Oh, there's 5 more.
Yeah.
Um.
I might be slightly off, but yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna take out this guy, so we only have 1 guy to worry about.
Sounds good.
Oh yeah.
Just yeah, give me a roll to hit.
That didn't do anything. I thought I had it. I was wrong.
You forgot the.
I'd copied yours.
Yeah, you need a /roll in front.
Oh, I'd copied one
Oh.
of yours that didn't work. I see. Well done on my part.
No, that's just telling you it was rolling that. Yeah.
All right.
All right.
He's dead.
Oh. Okay then.
You hit him. He's dead. He had 1 hit point left.
Oh, sweet. Aha. That's to you. So then I'm also going to, for my movement, I'm going to move over here for a second. I'm going to grab my my light wand, toss it back into my bag of holding, and then move back to here, which I think I can do because 5, 10, 15, 20, 29, 30. Yep, I can move exactly there. So I go there.
Right. That's good. Jacob.
How close can I get to that black sphere without provoking any sort of attack of opportunities from the dude? Like what I'm thinking of, so I have my light crossbow. Here's what I'm thinking. I have my light crossbow loaded with the bolt that has one of the bolts is on light. I want to get right next to it and just unleash the bolt inside the orb.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like if you go to like here-ish, none of these sort of commoner people are going to provoke attacks of opportunity, and you'd be far enough away from the big guy.
20 something. About here-ish?
Yeah, that could work.
Okay.
All right. Fire your bolt.
Oh, like, can I get, like, right up to it?
Sure, if you want to. Well, if you have movement enough to do it, I can just move this guy over here for a sec.
Okay.
So he's there. Yep.
I guess I should roll. If I roll a 1, then something horrible
Yeah.
happened, right? Okay.
All right. Roll damage.
How high is this orb off the ground?
I think I was saying about like 2.5, 3 feet-ish.
Yeah.
Just checking my damage.
It's not high, so high that halfling-sized people can't sort of get close enough to it and suck in the energy from it.
11.
All right.
Nice.
Do I have it on here? Orb takes 11 damage. So you get it right next to it. You fire into it. Your bolt sticks, and you can see sort of the light sort of fighting against sort of the shadow that's there. You can also see the orb sort of crack just sort of a little bit in a bunch of different directions.
Mm.
You think like another shot like that might just do it in?
Nice.
All right. Talon.
Talon is going to punch Big Baddie Guy
Punch Big Bad.
because that's what he does, and he's right there.
Yep.
All right. Oh, I didn't do the special thing. Okay, so I have advantage because I'm behind him and flanking him and invisible. So 19 for the first one.
Yep.
For 4 damage.
4. Yep.
And the next hit is
Definitely a hit.
24.
Yep.
For 7 damage.
Nice. He is, yeah, looking quite hurt.
Excellent.
I'm assuming you're going to stay where you are?
Yep.
All right. They're dead. They're pretty much gone. It's going to go. It did not get its big attack recharged, so it's going to split its normal attacks between Talon and Torok. All right. Who's going to get, let's say, 1 attack on Torok? Oh, so lucky that rolled off. 12, I'm assuming misses.
Yep.
And 2 attacks on Talon. It really likes you.
Disadvantage or not, it just wants to hit me.
Oh, right, disadvantage. Thank you. So if that was 1 roll, that's still a hit. And that is a miss. All right.
Is the bunny beside me?
Yes.
The buddy
So
just-
on the 1 hit, 4 damage.
Oh, I'm still up. Hooray.
I'm not dead yet.
And is he going to try and move? Oh, he took a turn, which means fails his Constitution saving throw. And, yep, takes 5 points of... Oh, right.
I appreciate that he's just stayed in the moonbeam.
Yeah, he's thinking maybe he should move.
That triggers an attack of opportunity.
2 of them.
Well, potentially. He's going to move here. Which means that Torok and Jacob are now flanking him. He's not quite in the moonbeam, but he does provoke an attack of opportunity from Talon.
All right. Is my attack advantage? Because I'm still...
Yep. You're still invisible.
16.
That hits.
Excellent. For 4 damage.
All right. Very, very hurt. He is looking. Okay. That was his turn. Mint. The guard has woken up. Does not look well at all, but is alive.
Awesome. And as far as there's really none of my teammates around me to help protect him except for Gildy, who's nearby.
And Alphonse is there.
And Alphonse is there. I know Gildy hired us, and I know Alphonse is her husband, so I feel pretty good leaving him here if I can go join the fray, even though I'm
Sure.
kind of hurt.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I can make it up to the big bad from here.
You've got super speed right now, so yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna run on ahead. If that's not the right
Go.
spot,
Oh.
I will. It's only because the map is kind of sucky from where I was. So there we go. It moved me back in there. Why did it do that?
That was me by accident. I was trying to move you, and I moved you back.
I was trying to pull me out. Okay.
And he just keeps pulling you back in.
I know, right?
So
Okay.
you do not have advantage, but you can take your regular attack.
Okay. If I were to move to here, would I have had advantage?
Yes.
Okay, then I will move to there, because why not?
Yep.
I've been rolling like crap all day. I can take everything I can get.
Yeah. Some days are just you roll crap. Oh,
And
come on. Yes!
Yay, 21!
You hit!
I hit! Oh my goodness, that's amazing!
I hit a palpable
1 in a
hit.
row.
1 in a row. Okay, let's see what I get here. For 5 damage. I'll take that.
Yep. That's still
My
hurting him.
rapier gets him.
All right. Yay. Give me one moment just to see if anything's going to happen. All right, I forgot about Sure, that seems like a fun thing to do. No, can't. Has to do something else. Yeah. All right. Alphonse, seeing that,
Bye, buddy.
yeah, that this person is at least healed. He's already concentrating on a spell. That would be actually concentration as well. All right, sorry. I had to remember what I was thinking.
So who thinks the spoons are really bunny ears?
Giant bunny. Can't do that. He's just going to concentrate on healing, but he has to get close to somebody first. You've all run away from where he is. He's just going to double move, I guess, this round. Yeah, he's going to get in behind Jacob in preparation for more healing. Torok, you still have advantage.
So I will attack with the axe again.
Oh, and he's going to move his moonbeam.
18.
That hits.
Nice.
Oh, there we go.
For 9 damage. Oh, sorry, 11 damage.
That's right. You're angry.
Yep. For 4 more rounds after this.
Oh, if he's moving his moonbeam, he cannot move that far, so he's only about there. Sorry. 9 more damage.
No, 11 more. I keep
11.
forgetting the +2 for
All right.
the angry bonus.
This guy is like, he doesn't necessarily have a corporeal body per se, but the cloak that's sort of all around him is just in tatters. He is not looking well at all. Gildy.
All right.
You can see this all going on. There's light. There's a moonbeam right on the guy.
Yes.
So if you want to try and hit with your bow or something, you can do that.
Okay, so what I want to do, I'm going to move here.
Yep.
Which is my movement. And then I'm going to use, and with that, I'm within, within 40 feet. I'm going to use my musket.
Nice. Remember that? Yep.
Do I have advantage, or does he have disadvantage? Which way does this go again? Him being in the light.
He has disadvantage on things.
He has disadvantage, so I'm just normal.
Yeah.
15?
15 hits.
Yes.
We all hear this loud crack of the weapon going off.
9 damage.
Nice.
And the being sort of stutters and staggers and then vanishes.
Ooh.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice.
And you all are sort of actually, and at that point, actually all of the sort of automaton people are still moving. But as far as you can tell, all of the enemies have been taken care of.
There's one that's still alive. The one right behind me. He's still alive.
if you want to finish him off, I will allow that just fine.
All right, finish him off.
All right.
Good to draw.
Ascension Breacher.
All right. So yeah, you're all sort of standing there a little bit stunned, like,
Ah,
yeah, that was a lot.
yeah.
Well, I'm right there. Like everything's dead, and I've noticed my thing has cracked this sphere. Right.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm way too curious. I'm gonna loosen another bolt into it.
All right.
I'm gonna walk up beside Tor.
Okay.
You're invisible still, aren't you?
Yeah, I think so. I don't have control over it, but yeah.
Yeah, for another like 6 more rounds, you're probably invisible.
DM Rob, can
Yep.
you get rid of the, once I move away, the mage hand is going to disappear. You can get rid of the green circle
Yeah.
and put X's on the 2 dudes who are right behind me
Oh yes, thank you.
because they're all dead. Sweet. And you may as well remove the mage hand because once I move more than 30 feet away, which I'm going to be doing,
Yep.
it's
All right, Rob, did you roll the hit? So you're firing point blank, you fire at it, and the bolt just sort of catches a bit of an edge of the sphere and sort of flies off in one direction, doesn't seem to penetrate it. But yes, the rest of you notice Rob is still sort of firing bolts at the sphere. The automaton people are sort of potentially still moving back and forth, and these portals are also still active over in this corner, which I'm going to expose a little bit more of because I think
We can
Rob,
wander around.
oh yeah. Jacob at least would be able to see it. So,
okay.
Well, I'm right next to Jacob. Can I see it too?
Yep.
Okay.
I tell Tor he's pretty handy with that axe.
Sorry, yes.
I'm going to move down to here.
Yep.
So that I can get a look down because you can see whenever we do the thing. So I'm looking down this direction.
Yep.
60 feet.
Yeah, I will reveal a little bit more in that area. Oh, I'm already on reveal. I'll just give you sort of the whole there-ish. So you see several animals in cages, and sort of past them, you see what looks to be some strange ritual sort of area. And there's an animal that's been sort of chained in that area.
I see.
Yeah.
Is it alive?
Yes.
Okay.
To Mint, give me a perception check.
Okie dokie.
Since you were sort of looking in the area of the portals.
Yeah. Switch my die around. One moment. Doot. And doot. And boop. 12.
All right. Where's Mint on here? Right. And you have a +2 to perception, I believe.
Oh, yes. So it'd be 14. Sorry.
So you can see, so one of these sort of corrupted warrior sort of people, not one of the wizards, on the other side of one of these portals that seems to be sort of looking through and sort of sees, what, assuming he can sort of see you and sees what's been going on, and then you can't hear anything, but sort of seems to be yelling back over his shoulder.
Uh-oh. There might be more dudes that way. Okay. So since I know Jacob and Torok is right near me, I start gesticulating into that direction and saying that I heard something over there in that way, and it sounds like there could be more trouble.
Right. Yeah, what is everyone doing?
I want to kind of run to these tents and just see if there's anything inside that might be of value or use.
All right, so
I'm-
you're search the tents.
Tarok is going to help Jacob destroy this orb.
All right. So I'll move you over there. You don't really have advantage because it's not a living being to be flanked, but yeah, roll to hit. It does have an armor class just because it's got a sort of a hardness to it. So
11.
again, you sort of slice, I'm assuming with your axe, and it just sort of shears off. You don't quite get a good hit on it. Gildy, what are you up to?
I'm going to go to Alphonse.
Okay.
And it just kind of be like a little bit incoherent because I'm still so shocked to have found him.
Yep.
And just be kind of like, what happened to you? What's happening here? Do you know anything? What's going on? General like line of
And
questions.
he's like, we need to get to that, but we need to destroy the orb.
Okay. So then
that's-
once he's like, did he indicate this orb?
Yeah,
the middle
one
one
at the center. Yep.
Okay. I say okay, and then I'm going to move towards it to also
All right.
destroy
Do
it.
I get to take a swipe at it too then, or?
Yep.
Are we
Okay.
taking turns? Can I only move 25 feet, or can I just go to
I'll
it?
say you can get to it. Yep.
Okay. I'll go over here then.
This guy's gonna move off. Yeah, they're moving away.
I'm right under the shadow beast.
That
Nice.
hits.
Okay, and then.
Oh, can I roll my attack now?
Sure.
Okay, I'm going to attack it with my short sword.
4 damage.
It's cracking just a little bit more.
Oh,
That
sorry,
definitely
that
hits.
was the wrong. Oh, okay, well that hits anyways. Then the damage. 9 damage.
The orb shatters.
Woohoo!
And-
Wait, what happens?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Explode.
several things happen at that point. Can I actually select the orb? Not really. All of the people who are still sort of mindlessly moving back and forth wake up, and these 2 portals disappear. And pretty much all of the darkness around you sort of starts to fade away. You can see the globe, the dome around you sort of start to, in patches, sort of, yeah. You hear the whoosh, 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 whooshing of a boomerang flying off into the distance.
Yep.
And yes, you have managed to dispel all of the sort of evilness that was in here.
We never found out what was on the other side of the portals.
They looked like other domes like this.
There's more out there.
Yes.
Anybody sort of doing anything immediately before I sort of move on a little bit? I'm just going to
Yeah.
completely reveal the map. Give me 1 sec.
I'm going to go take a closer look at the remains of this central orb to kind of figure out more about it.
Yeah, we'll say there's still some remains. As soon as it shatters, the darkness within it sort of escapes and evaporates out in all directions. So it looks pretty much at this point just like almost a regular sort of globe, a regular crystal ball. And yeah, it's in about like 7 large pieces and a bunch of smaller pieces. It's sort of, cracked and shattered. As far as you can tell, it's nothing special about it now that the sort of the magic has fled out of it.
Okay, so the material that it's made of is quite mundane. It was only the magical energy that was put into it that made it special at all.
Yeah. And give me an Arcana check. It's relatively obvious, but we'll.
Do you want those of us that have Arcana to?
Sure, yeah.
23.
Nice.
Nice.
That is my speciality.
So, well, actually, yeah, I'll let others roll. So Rob got a 9. it a shot? Who has Arcana?
Useless.
No.
Nope.
All right. So yes, Leon can definitely tell that. I'm gonna line these guys up. What was going on here was essentially some sort of transference. Once one of these globes is made, you're assuming it's made sort of through this process. It has enough sort of energy to potentially create one of these domes, to start sort of ensnaring people and using them as the conduit to slowly take a little bit of its sort of shadow essence at a time, which could then potentially be used to create, and so on and so on and so on.
Gotcha.
So that's what those other domes, the other spheres at the side were, sort of eventually become like the one at the center.
Okay. So the portals were not the Shadowfell. They were just other domes like this.
Yes.
Okay. Is there anything that we've seen that looks like it's in any way connected to the Shadowfell?
You're guessing that the boss creature that you fought,
Yeah.
is something from potentially the Shadowfell, but was sort of able to come through to here because of the sort of the darkness of this area.
Okay, but there doesn't seem leader.
No. And if you're sort of voicing any of these concerns,
Oh yeah, I am saying all of this stuff as I'm figuring it out, and then like, but who could have brought this? Because there was no intelligent leader that was clearly this beast didn't bring it.
no, and Alphonse will speak up that. I need to go back here now for what happens after. That he saw what he believed to be sort of a master to this process, but they never stayed in sort of any one dome very long. They would sort of come through one of the portals and sort of check in on things and then go again. Cloaked figure, shrouded in shadows, came and went maybe like once a week-ish, until sort of Alphonse lost sort of all sense of consciousness and, you know, self and that sort of thing. But he does remember that much in terms of who was in charge, who was sort of keeping these things going.
All right.
Yeah, and Alphonse will probably take a moment now that, you know, the globe has been destroyed to sort of, you know, go back over to Gildy and, you know, I'm sorry, I was, you know, just making sure that this darkness was ended. But yeah, sort of gives you that you know, full hug and takes that sort of moment to reconnect with you, and just like, you know, how are you? How's everyone? Is Morgan still doing okay?
Gildy says, I've been doing fine. I'm even better now that I've found you again. Morgan is Morgan.
So not okay then. Okay. Fair. All right. Yeah. Is there sort of anything else you need to know? I you know, tried to. Bits and pieces are coming back to me. I'm remembering things. I tried to sort of take as much in as I could before I lost sort of most of who I was.
As much as you can tell us about the shadows, but don't rush to try to remember everything right now. You know, you're still a little bit weak from just coming back. It'll all come in time. For now, I think we're all ready to head back. You know, this is a group that I hired. As you can see, they're very reliable, very strong, and we were hired to find. And I gesture towards the guard. The guard was still alive, right? The one who.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. I gesture towards the guard, and it's like we were hired to find him and his crew. And so now that we have, I think we can head back and get paid and take some time to rest.
Yes, that would be lovely. I think I do need a little bit of rest, but I too many spheres have been taken from this place. There are more of these places out there, and I think this is what I was looking into when I was trying to figure out what the darkness was that had been coming through the Shadow Forest, and this is something that I will need to return to. This is you can definitely get the sense that he's sort of feeling not responsible, but sort of compelled to face down more of these sorts of places.
How many spheres were taken from here?
There was 2 that he remembered before he again lost
Oh,
things.
yeah.
And he's been here for, I guess, roughly 2 or 3 years. Yeah.
So those other spheres that are just lying on the ground there that are kind of like half full, are they something that disappeared when the shadows all dissipated, or are they still kind of there partially formed?
They are still there partially formed, although Leon is in the middle of destroying them.
Ah, okay. That's good. And then we have the animals too, and the one that's kind of in the pit with the ritual circle around it.
Yeah, you go and take a look and sort of free the animal. You can free the other ones in cages as well, and they pretty much all just flee off into the forest. What you get a strong sense for what was happening here is those demon deer and things like that you were seeing, they were probably created here.
To make the forest too dangerous for people to make it to this spot and potentially do what we just did.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a sort of a corruption zone where they take the animals and transform them into, abominations and send them back out into the forest.
Gotcha. Was there anything in the tents?
Yes. So just sort of taking a little bit of time to look around, you find, so you're assuming that over however long this thing has been here, many people have been taken, and whatever belongings they have sort of been stowed away. So you find all sorts of bits of armor from light to medium, some few weapons. You find a bag that seems to be sort of have a good heft to it, and you open it up and you see copper coins inside. And as you're leaving one of the tents, you notice the rabbit sort of sitting there in front of you. And it sort of looks up at you. And well, give me an insight check. Insight this bunny for me.
Has Talon become visible yet?
Yes, by this point he's visible.
Okay.
And longer than a minute.
I think Mint would hit Talon in the thigh and go, "Where did you run off to, you coward?"
14.
Yeah, it's good enough. You get an odd sense from this bunny of it's a little disappointed, but also a little proud. And then it just sort of poofs into nothing, and where it was, there's a bright multicolored little egg.
Aww. I'll pick up the little egg. I was going to say thank you to the bunny, but I'll pick up the little egg.
All right. This, for your purposes, I'll create the item for you. This is an egg of blessing. It is a magical item.
Oh, that's cute. A blessing.
For the sake of simplicity, it will you be able to cast the blessing spell once per day.
Okay.
Or bless, not blessing, bless. Yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Other things that sort of you find around here. Well, okay. So there's several of the commoners sort of they now, even though the dome's gone, they could sort of flee. They sort of flock to you guys, who seem to be a little bit more prepared to deal with things in the dangerous forest. But the 6 who potentially seemed a little bit sort of more willing to fight come up to you. They seem to be from a variety of different places. All of these people seem to be from a variety of different places. So there's one of them, who's an elf, who comes up to you, Leon, and looks is an elven woman. Looks like she's actually been a little bit wounded from. She was one of the ones sort of actively fighting the guards, and just is like, are you? I noticed you're an elf. Are you from Dell?
Why do you ask?
Can you tell me how things have been going? When I fled there, the North was not doing well. It was being invaded. I don't know if how it's doing these days.
Well, so the north has been overrun, but the south is holding, from what I hear.
Oh, okay. All right. That's at least good. I would like to go home someday, but I think I'll have to take a long way around. I fled north into the forest to try and get away from the fighting, but I didn't quite know where to go from there, and then I ended up here. And yes, thank you. Whether or not you are from Dell or not, I thank you for the news.
You're welcome.
There's a group of 3 of them. I believe it's a human, 2 humans, and a half orc. That sort of come up and ask sort of just generally to the groups, like, is there anybody here from Rukeen? Have you heard how Rukeen is doing in the last little while? We fled when it was sort of being taken. You can roll a history check if you want to generally know how Rukeen is doing.
Yeah, I'll roll history. I've got proficiency in it.
All right.
Okay, so I have a 13.
All right.
He also got a 13.
All right. So let me go down a little further here to where I've got my timeline. Okay, so my current year is 471. Yeah, so Rukeen was conquered 9 years ago.
Jeez. So they've been here that long?
Well, no, they're semi-aware of that. They sort of fled it after it had been conquered. They were, I guess, wondering if, because Rukeen's always been a bit of a, because it was sort of the last full country that has been conquered. There's a lot of rebellion. There's a lot of unrest there. They're sort of wondering if maybe it had been retaken, maybe it had sort of come out from, but no, it is still fully under the Empire's control. They were sort of hoping maybe they could go home, but it looks like that's probably not going to be an option for them. They were fleeing sort of the Empire's control at this point. So they will probably head to Silver Lake, and then potentially they're not quite sure from there.
Well, and Rukeen is just south of here.
Yep.
Well, okay.
Yep, south and eastish. Yep. No, west, no, east.
Yeah.
There's a couple of them from Silver Lake themselves that are sort of, if that's, where you're heading back to, we'll definitely head back with you. In fact, most of these people are probably going to head back with you. They're not going to go off on their own, at least to sort of the edge of the forest, and then maybe they'll sort of figure out their way from there.
Yeah.
The equipment we found in the tents, does this belong to people? Like, can they take whatever is theirs?
Some of the weapons and armor definitely belongs to people. Nobody claims the bag of coin. There was a couple other sort of bits and pieces of coin that sort of are claimed by them, but that specific one, these copper coins, you found them. Give me a history check. I know you're not good at it, but give me a history check.
Doesn't mean I can't just be lucky.
Yep.
11.
All right, that's not bad. It's enough to realize that these are not current currency.
Okay.
You take a look at one, and the stamp of the coin, the way it's been formed, like it's even sort of very roughly shaped. These are really old. Do you think?
Okay.
Yeah.
Has the outer dome disappeared now?
Yes.
Okay.
You can leave.
And we've
Um,
set all the animals free?
Yes.
Okay.
Jacob, you are sort of, listening to all of this, but you get a little bit distracted as you think you see something sort of out of the corner of your eye, and you look over, and there's this male gnome that seems to be sort of running from sort of one tree to another tree and then vanishes. And you blink a couple times and you're like, did I really just see that? Is that really? What would you like to do?
I'm going to call out to the gnome.
No answer.
No answer. Do I kind of think, do I recognize it from anywhere?
Definitely here. Well, give me an intelligence check. Okay. You're fairly certain from all the people that you saw here, he wasn't one of the sort of ones that were sort of entrapped and expelled here. Yes, you're not quite sure where he came from.
Kind of look at maybe even like, people might think I'm weird, but just kind of wander over and look kind of at the trees that he was at around the ground that he was there.
Give me an investigation check. $21. All right. You are no, tracker or, that sort of thing, but you sort of look around, you're like, you don't see any tracks at all. You don't see any, flattened grass. You don't see anything that looks like anybody passed actually through here.
So I'm going crazy. Excellent.
Yep.
I kind of covered by making it look like I had to go to the bathroom behind the tree. That's why I'm kind of over here really fast. Sorry. It was a long fight.
There was something faintly familiar to you, but you can't put your finger on it.
Okay, I'm going to try to keep the image in my mind a little bit, just to.
All right.
I'm going to take a look at the ritual pit.
Yeah. All right.
And see if I can use knowledge arcana to learn anything about the ritual pit. Anything further.
Yep.
So close to a 20.
Plus 8.
You don't get a whole lot from it. You figure that it was essentially something to do with probably the wizards that were here. It was probably something that took a combined effort, and you figure it was probably a long ritual that slowly turned these animals from sort of normal animals into some distorted version of what they should be.
Okay. Well, I do what I can to like completely destroy that place, like in terms of anything that's, like I will, if there are pieces that seem significant, I will take a couple of them, put them into my bag so that like it cannot be recreated.
Yeah. All right.
The tents, how big are these tents?
I have them roughly as about 20 by 20. Well, they're a 20-foot diameter, so I guess 10-foot radius from the center.
Okay.
They're like decent sized, like heavy skinned sort of yurt tent sort of things.
Okay. Are they a one-person job for taking them down and putting them up?
Yes, if you were okay with it taking a very long time.
Sweet. Then I take 10 minutes. I cast Unseen Servant. My Unseen Servant takes one down and puts it in my bag of holding.
It takes probably about half an hour for one person to do it.
I'm okay with this.
And you're fairly certain if you're ever going to want to sleep in it, you're going to want to like clean it somehow.
Well, I will definitely then use prestidigitation to clean the whole thing as it's dealing with like the wooden pieces and stuff. I will clean, yes, so that it is immaculately clean and then stowed away in my bag.
All right. It doesn't have a bottom to it. So it'd still be sort of just on the ground, but it protects you from sort of
I'm okay
elements
with
and-
this.
Yep. Yep. All right. It's not. It's bulky. Like you'll probably need like a wagon to carry it.
Will it fit in my bag of holding?
No. Bag of holding is, I think, 4 feet by 4 feet, roughly. And some of the poles are like 8 to 10 feet long.
Oh. Okay, can I engineer it so that it is 4 feet, 4 feet tall, and like just a little one-person tent?
But you fold up the skin so that even if it doesn't have the poles,
Yeah,
it
you
gives
have all the
skin
skin
to
through it.
scrap up.
Yeah, you figure if you like jury rig some of the poles, or if you get some new poles, the skins you have, you could definitely sort of create a 1 or 2 person tent fairly easily.
Cool.
All right. And Alphonse. So a couple of things he remembers as sort of you're slowly cleaning things up and talking to some of the villagers and things. Actually, he's probably just talking to Gildy specifically. He's saying that that you were aware that he was going into the forest. He was looking into some of the sort of the unrightness of the shadow forest that had been growing over the years. That he'd been fairly certain that the shadow forest itself wasn't evil, but that there was again this sort of evilness that was coming to it. And he's sort of got a confirmation of that now. He suspects that these groves, these domes, whatever they are, aren't actually the cause of the forest becoming the shadow forest. They're just responsible for sort of the more current sort of evilness that's come to it. And they're sort of using and sort of blending with the shadows that are already there, and again creating a lot of these creatures that sort of are now inhabiting the shadow forest. Yeah, so they're sort of taking advantage of this existing darkness, feeding off of it to become stronger. And that's it's causing more and more sort of shadows and sort of the element of shadows to grow stronger within the forest. He suspects that the true power behind the shadow forest is something that is much more ancient, and again, not necessarily evil. Shadows aren't necessarily evil themselves. They're just, the lack of light. But yeah, he thinks that this forest could be just a natural place that has shadows in it without having to be this sort of strange, dark, evil place as well. So
Turok would like to get his rope back.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that eventually. Yeah.
Yep, you get your rope back.
And you were calling a couple of our opponents wizards.
Yes.
Are they wizards? And what do they have on them? Like spell books and things?
Yeah. Yep.
Loot the bodies!
They
Yeah.
had spells. So it looks like they potentially shared a spell book. They all had pretty much the same spells.
I'm okay with this.
But they had.
Why are you laughing at me?
Opportunistic.
Yes.
You're feeling up corpses, and we're all just going, really?
I'm also making sure they're dead and stabbing them.
Yeah.
That's true.
So yes, if you take the spellbook they have, it has magic missile, fog, cloud, and shield
Okay.
as first level spells.
So as I come back from my bathroom break, all I see is Leon going over dead people, stabbing them, and going through their pockets.
Yeah, pretty much.
I feel less bad about seeing not things that aren't there anymore. I'm just kind of looking at this scene.
Yeah. So those are the sort of spells that you get.
Okay.
What else is around here? Sort of, some people claim some money. There's probably still in the vicinity of about in unclaimed gold, probably about 240 gold worth. in gold and silver and copper and a couple of small gems, that sort of thing, that sort of aren't claimed by others. And that's in addition to your strange bag of copper coins.
Okay.
What are the barrier rituals around, like what are the rituals that are done for the dead in these parts? Is it burial?
It all depends on sort of what god people tend to serve. But it's either burial or cremation are sort of the two main ones.
Okay. And Alphonse is a cleric, obviously, right?
He's a druid.
Oh, a druid. Okay. Well, then I'll ask him, what do you think? Clearly, these beings were in some torment and have been changed from what they were. What do you think we should do with their bodies? Would it be best to bury them? Should we burn them? What do you think, sir?
He himself believes in cremation, for then it is harder to potentially reanimate beings if anybody would sort of ever wish to do so.
Excellent point. Then I have my, I basically have my unseen servant then basically collect the bodies and put them in a nice pile so that they can be burned.
All right. All right.
Something to note,
Nice
actually.
pile of bodies.
Yes.
Something to note, actually, is that you might have expected that Leone would have had her unseen servant like check the bodies and stuff like that, but she went herself and was actually doing physical labor, specifically stabbing these things and checking them. And yeah, that was unusual.
All right.
And seems to be filled with a silent rage as well.
With a smile.
Yeah.
Torok, you sort of have a moment to yourself. You know, your rage has fled a little while now, and you take a look down at this. I think it's the amulet that you have, and notice that there's like 3 little bugs that are crawling on it. Yep. Yeah. You get them off and they sort of just fly away, little, beetle-like things. But yeah, you sort of have this moment of, freaking out.
And glaring now at the amulet.
Yes. Yes. And yeah, that's pretty much it. The merchant guard sort of, comes up to you and it's like, so are we getting out of here? I'd like to get home.
I look to Gildy.
Yeah, Gildy kind of starts rounding everyone up and getting them ready to move back and go back towards the town.
All right.
From what we see around us, like we're in this dome. Like
the dome's gone.
The dome's gone. Yeah, we were in the dome, but like, was the dome exactly where this is in the forest, or did we like transport to somewhere else in the forest?
Nope.
So, for example, when we got the rope back, I assume if we were able to get it back, then it was tied to the same tree, which was just okay.
Yeah, what it looks like happened is, yes, this was just a spot in the forest. The thing that's different from the rest of the forest is all of the underbrush have been cleared away.
Okay.
So all of the sort of the thick bushes and saplings and stuff that just generally gets in your way when you're moving through the forest, it been all cleared away. It was just the sort of medium to larger trees that had been remained. So it was a relatively clear space in general where most of the rest of the forest wasn't.
Okay.
Did the ring of the dome actually leave an impression in the ground, or no? But it's been there for years, so we just noticed that there's that end of underbrush to where it wasn't touched, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of creepy.
Yeah. As you sort of venture out, you get to that, ring of tracks.
Right.
And just we wait in the forest, let the thing go by, and then carry on. And we certainly need to rest to recuperate from our battle.
Wait,
Yes.
and you wait, and you wait. Nothing seems to go.
All right.
All right.
And yes, whether you choose to rest there or it is quite late at night now. You were sort of thinking of a long rest before you started all this. So, or whether you choose to rest there or sort of just a little further on to get away from sort of the horrible memories of that place.
Just in case. We should, yeah.
Yep. You do find a spot for you and these now like 18, 20 odd, extra people that are traveling with you to sort of roughly set up a camp in the forest. And you are all going to go up a level.
Oh, wow. Yay. Okay.
So feel free to, between now and next week, level up your character. If you have any questions, let me know. But you are all now level 4, I believe.
Yes.
Yay.
Nice.
Awesome.
And we will end there for tonight.
Yay.
Cool. Thank you for not killing us.
Yes, thank you.
And I was curious. I'm like, I hope this is going to be a challenge without being like a total party kill. So yeah, we'll see.
It was terrifying. It was perfect.
Yep. I'm glad the bunny was there.
Yay, bunny.
Me too.
And now a bunch of potential new friends.
Yeah.
Yay,
Yep.
friends.
You do get a few names. So from those who were helping out and doing some a little bit of the fighting, the elven woman that talked to Leon, her name is Malika. The 3 from Rukin, the half-orc was Sehun, and the human male and female were Ashak and Amiri. And then there was a couple men from Silver Lake, Till and Creo.
Cool.
I can send you those names if you're interested. But
Yeah,
those are the ones who are now Oh, and the guard that you were sent his name is Dario.
Okay.
And it's those sort of additional 7 that are sort of helping a little bit more with the additional like 12 to 13 people and sort of helping to keep them in line. They seem slightly more sort of competent or sort of willing to help out than the rest of them who are a little more exhausted. So.
Yep.
Cool.
Mint would introduce herself to all of them.
Great. All
Friendly
right.
like
Well,
that.
thank you very much. And thank you for joining us. That has been our episode for this week. We'll have our recaps up as soon as we can. And that's it for now. We'll see you next time on the next level.